So I wonder, there's more disruption to come. Are there brands specifically that you see on the landscape that you guys are like, you know what, that would make sense for us to work with or collab with?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely are other brands that we do want to work with. I would say usually they're going to be outside of the golf space. Because that's our focus.
Yeah.
Is the only way to build this game of golf is to go as far away from it as possible, and then bring those people back to the game and show them what they're missing. Sell them something that's fashionable, that's culture oriented. Something that they can get behind. That's the only way you can truly grow this game. So, I mean, we want to collab with so many brands that just have a different way of thinking, or that's just been in the game for a long time, that want to get into golf, but just that culture would never expect. Right. Really putting a twist on the game and really expanding it to a space where it just looks different at the end of the day.
Yeah. Right. So, I feel like there's similarities and and it's the reason why we show up in the same room. Right. Why are the golf guys at Fashion Week in Paris?
Right.
Exactly. Why are the golf guys sitting courtside at the NBA game?
Girl.
Exactly.
Why? I mean, I ain't want them.
Hey, man.
Right, but
I'm modeling.
That's the intentionality. We want to show up because we want to be as widespread as possible when it comes to the demographic we're trying to attract.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And continue to take that conversation. Same thing you guys are doing, with financial literacy, right? Where it's like the information that you guys are giving, we want to be able to do that. And I think it's just so many different perspectives that we're basically fighting against, right? Like we literally have this uphill battle of these perceptions that everybody has of golf. And so when they see us, it kind of, it's like, oh, I've never seen it like that. And then when you consistently see us, you're like, oh, wow, like, no, that really is a thing. It's not just a fad. They weren't just doing this to start, to be cool because of the trend. It's like, nah, they really are doing this. But as you saw at the A16 event, he can really play golf. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
he's the pro.
Yeah, exactly. And teaching, you know what I mean? You was out there doing your thing, man. I saw you. That was the only one on camera, so that's the only thing I could go off of.
Yes.
It's on the record.
It's on the record.
Let the record reflect.
Yeah.
So you guys, all right, so you have the collaboration with Jordan, but the merch is still independent, right?
Yes.
So has there been talks of Nike collaborating with merch with you guys?
Well, so our last collaboration was shoes, the Red Clay collection. We did do a collaboration with Jordan Brand on apparel, but moving forward, even with these shoes, we came out with our own collection, like this varsity jacket, like these sweatpants, and just put the word change on it, so it's something that can be bought straight from us that goes with the shoes perfectly.
So okay. But it's still...
Yeah, it's independent.
It's independent from Nike and Jordan Brand.
What's the percentage of like the business as far as like the sneakers up versus apparel?
I mean, our core is apparel. We're an apparel company, right? So obviously the sneakers help, you know what I mean? But the quantities aren't that large, right? That's why they're also like heavily coveted, because there's not, millions of shoes being produced, because it still falls in like the golf realm, and it's still, in the world of Nike golf, it's still, a very small line item, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not overwhelming. I mean, we still are apparel. That's
so the sneakers are more so like just to really create that buzz.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah. And the apparel is what's driving it.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we come out with sneakers, being prepared for that moment.
Yes.
Being strategic about that, like lining up interviews and even having this apparel to where we have like our holiday collection and anything else that we really want to get out there. I mean, this is a hot time to talk about it. This is a hot time to get in front of just the right people so we can expand the brand and really skyrocket into, you never know, another demographic of some sort.
Yeah. Right. And then I think it's learning too, right? Like we've had the privilege to work with amazing brands, right? We have a docuseries on Hulu, and working with them.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Go check it out. Grail's still streaming. We've worked with Jordan Brand, Mercedes, and like that's one of the things that we've learned. Like we take nuggets and being in these rooms, right? Like we're not just in the room like, all right, this is what we want to do. We're watching how they treat their brand, how protective they are of their brand, and why they chose to do it with us, and what specifically do they want to do with us? Because that's the power, right? And so I think as we're transitioning, like he said, we are an apparel brand and we're very protective of our product and we're very proud of it. So if you see us partner with anybody with apparel, it's gotta be right. It can't just be, you know, something that we're just doing just because. And that's why they work with us. But I think, again, we're very protective of the apparel.
Yeah, definitely go check out Grails. We were at the premiere for that.
Yes. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
Yeah, I ended up in the elevator with Hannah Storm. With this crowd, I'm a huge Notre Dame fan.
Right. Oh, wow. Yes.
So you grew up watching her, and she's in the elevator talking about how important you guys are.
Yeah.
Hannah producer, shout out to her. Pekos produced it, and then Steve Bartles.
Yeah.
Three EPs on there.
We went to the CLF. Shout out to them.
Yes.
AC 16Z. You are the pro. And when we first met you, being a pro was still something that you were actively pursuing. Talk about the status of that. And I know you guys were starting to sign athletes as well. So talk about how that's been going.
Yeah. So I'm still going after it. You know, I plan on turning back pro next year. We will have a pro tournament next year to where I'll be playing in it. And then also, you know, we're sponsoring the actual purse as well. So I have a chance to win the money that I put in.
This is really beat the pro.
Right. Oh, y'all got to beat me.
Yeah. So, I mean, but it's definitely still a dream of mine. I mean, that's why we're here. You know, at the end of the day, I wanted to pursue my dreams to become a professional golfer. And that's where the company was originated. You know, so now being able to afford that, we just got to build the team more. I mean, the design team has to grow. The day-to-day team has to grow. So then I can allot that time to actually go out there and practice and then have that time to go to tournaments. And I mean, some of these tournaments, 2, 3, 4 days. I mean, I even have an opportunity to go to Japan, play on a Japan tour, Japan Q School Pro Tour. And that's about 4 months. You know, but how can I do that if the company is
we need you
where it needs it?
I'll be back and forth.
We need you.
I'll be going to November.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely just giving myself that chance. That's where I'm at. But now, I mean, I see how important that is, but giving that chance to somebody else. That's why we did sign 3 athletes, actually.
Yeah.
2 of them, Michael Herrera. He's a professional golfer. He's doing very well this year. Wyatt Worthington, another professional golfer. Both of them have played on PGA Tour events and also an NIL deal with a young kid, Matthew Vitale, goes to Temple University. So, I mean, all of these guys have great game. He just won the Pennsylvania Amateur as well, Matthew Vitale. So, I mean, we got quality players. We got quality product. But, I mean, all in all, we're just about pushing the game forward for professionals, but then on top of that, it coming from us, it's just a different perspective. Like they would have never thought we've had signed golfers. So
y'all just had your first invitational.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. It was amazing.
There was one thing that was missing.
It was crazy.
I'll be honest with you.
I believe it.
Earn your leisure.
Yes, it was, man. We thought y'all was gonna be in Abu Dhabi. But, you know, next time.
That's also going to happen.
Yes. No, we definitely. No, it was great. Y'all invited. Dates coming soon. It's going to be close. I'll just say it like that. But no, this year was incredible. One of the things that, you know, when we first started the brand, it was always that question of like, when y'all going to do a golf tournament? When y'all going to do a golf tournament? Because that's like the low-hanging fruit. And we never really been those guys that do that. I can remember all the time, even in the beginning, when it was just like me and I would show him something, he'd be like, bro, that's easy. Like everybody doing that. Let's figure it out. That ain't it.
Hard,
let's go somewhere else. And so it was the perfect timing. And, you know, again, shout out to Mercedes being our presenting sponsor to really being able to be a part of that. And so we could elevate it, everybody getting picked up in Maybachs, GLS, the whole Sprinter vans. But the beautiful thing about the event was the fact that we chose San Diego because in 1952, that's when Joe Louis played in a PGA Tour event as the first African-American and breaking that color barrier. So that's why we chose the city. And then we were fortunate enough to bring out the entire Morehouse College golf team and the AD and present them with a $50,000 check. And so everyone walked away from the experience like, wow, I'm ready to come back for next year and seeing the kids and the moments and the smiles. Like we just posted something on our Instagram and like literally you could see it in the face. Like everyone's smiling, teeth out. Like it was a special, special moment. And so we're excited to recreate that, you know, for years moving forward, and we're going to continue to uplift the Morehouse College golf team. Like we like to say, man, we trying to Deion Sanders them boys. We trying to have that prime time effect. So
Facts.